All right, I don't see anybody on final. You ready?
Ready.
Burnet traffic. Yellow Super Cub is departing runway 19, Burnet.
All right, final's clear. I don't see anybody out here. Okie dokie, you ready?
All right, ready, Freddy.
All right, let's boogie.
Nicely done.
All right, you want to go gear up?
Gear up.
All right, we're a seaplane.
We are a seaplane.
Only gonna land on the water. And you want me to head out to where we were at yesterday?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
All right, there's your 4 blue.
Yep.
Up on the right. And up on the left.
Yep. Gears up. Gears up. Oh, this is so fun.
And I say yesterday, where we landed last.
Okay, that was straight ahead, right?
No, it's you're doing good.
Going,
Run,
wait,
yeah.
Okay.
And I think we may close that door if you don't mind for now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got the flight control.
All right, your airplane.
All right, my airplane, and then if you'll grab the door. Grab
It's
that.
always so fun.
Grab that latch.
Oh God.
If you can't reach it, then no problem. If you push it up. Don't worry about it.
Oh man.
Need an extra.
Hang on, I need to go to CrossFit some more.
There you go, right there.
We got it.
All right.
I forget how hard that is. Alright.
Open the door.
Yep. It's always a thing. There we go. All right, we latched.
We're latched.
All right, nice.
All right, you got the flight control when
Man,
you're ready.
it's a team effort there. All right, my airplane.
Your airplane. Yeah, so we're, probably 4 miles away from Inks.
Yep.
So we're gonna do our in-range check. This will be our first gear check. We'll go ahead and do our landing checklist.
Okay.
So go through that.
All right, we've got our seatbelts on. Our trim is set. Fuel selector is on both flaps. We'll get a notch of flaps when we're ready. Water rudders are good to go. Mixture is rich. Primer is in and lock. Carb heat is in. Gear is up. Gear is up.
And 4 blue, and we're looking at the right,
Yep.
indicated up. Looking on the left, we're both indicated up over here.
Yep, good to go there. And then bags, yep, we're all good.
Perfect. All right, so the way we can kind of attack this is you see the dam on the far left of the lake,
Yep.
and then there's a finger of
Yep.
water. So we'll just like you're flying, we'll fly straight, and then we'll take a right on the lake. The place that we're gonna land are somewhere in those white buildings on the far shoreline.
Okay.
And we'll do our inspection pass going north.
Okay.
And if we're all checked out and we don't need any more, we'll turn around and land probably into the wind, but we'll look for the wind indicators and all the normal things that we're looking for.
Okay.
We know that there's no wires crossing this lake, so we're not concerned about that part. There is a small wire on this finger, so we're not gonna get down below wire height or anything, but just for your essay.
Okay.
And then this is Inks Lake State Park on the eastern shoreline, and then that's Camp Longhorn on the western shoreline, and that's where
Okay.
we're going.
And that's your family's camp.
My wife's family, yeah. We work there in the summertime.
Very cool. And y'all cater to kids all around the country.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How long do the kids stay there at the camp?
We have different term lengths, and they're 1, 2, or 3 weeks.
Okay.
Katie, my wife, her granddad started this camp
Oh, wow.
85 years ago.
Dang.
Yeah. And so, and then we helped start our third branch, coincidentally also called C3, but I try to get royalties claimed and they won't give them to me. So, but it was for the Camp 3, and it just kind of stuck. C3 was, but
That's awesome.
yeah.
How many kids typically come?
Within all 3 camps, I think we're around 6,800 a summer.
Oh my goodness, that's a full-time job right there.
Yeah. Yeah, we are part-time. We just work in the summertime, and then there's another group that mostly family that are full-time during the year.
Burnet center 5 down.
All right, we'll start losing some altitude. Let's do our second gear check.
On wind tone.
Up on the left,
Turn.
4 blue,
More blue,
and up on the right.
on the right.
And go ahead and turn your C-tap down, just so we can not worry about that. All right, start losing altitude. Just bring your power all the way to idle and make a nice right turn. You'll see some buoys.
Yep.
Those buoys could indicate, we don't know what they say right now, but when you see those, think about hazards, think about, something that's not pleasant.
Okay.
Those, actually indicate a shallow water area inside of those buoys. Up on your left is where we're going to be landing.
Okay.
So you can see the buoys closer to the shore.
Yep.
That all looks good. We got some birds.
Yep. Couple fishermen on the edge of the water.
Water conditions look really nice.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. Okay, you want me to start just going back over?
Yeah, so we'll climb a little bit and then we'll make a right and then a big left turn.
Okay.
All right, our last gear check. Up on the right
Up on.
or up on the left.
Up on the left. 4 blues. Up on the right.
Perfect.
All right, you want me to come before?
Yeah, you can go a little bit right and then a hard left turn.
Mile to the south.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Less downwind runway.
And we'll just try to stay over the water as much as possible, just like you're doing. Perfect. All right, you ready to land? You feel good about it?
I was born ready.
All right, when you're ready, we'll get 1 notch of flap.
Yep. All right. We'll get in that white arc. All right, in the white arc. Here we go. Bring it to idle.
So we're gonna follow this lake to the right.
Okay.
And once we get turned to the right, the sun's out of our face, then that's when we can do a landing.
Okay.
Got a windsock right there on your right wing right now. It's completely dead. And then we'll land close to the shore, or on the right third of the lake.
Okay. Just pretty much around the bend.
Yep.
Here is up for
All right, go for the second notch of flap.
All right. Second notch. There we go.
All right, we'll land beyond those fishermen.
Here's up for water landing.
And you see identify the buoys that are just about 20 yards away.
Here's up for water landing.
We'll make one last turn.
Okay, one more.
Yeah.
Here is up for water landing.
And then we'll hold this altitude.
Here is up for
All right,
water
anywhere in
landing.
here we can go wings level. And be patient.
Here is
flare
up for water
more.
landing.
Nice, beautiful. Power completely out, stick all the way back. Lock it
Here's
back.
up for water landing.
That was nice.
Thank you. Oh man, this is so cool. I love that.
Here's up for water
Hold it
landing.
all the way. You can mute Betty.
Bye, Betty.
There we go. Good job.
Thank you. Oh, I love this.
All right. Remember, even if you make a great landing, that's not the measurement of a
Nope.
good seaplane pilot.
I'm
So
gonna figure out how to dock.
this is your first docking.
Okay.
So go ahead and grab the water rudders.
Okay.
Pull them up and out, and then drop the cable, or set the cable down.
Ugh.
I know.
All right,
use your big boy strength. 2 hands.
There we
Okay.
go.
All right. Now that's going to be your power steering,
Okay, so what the heck do I do with?
and then we're going to go back over here.
Okay, so
540
do I need to keep the stick all the way?
Nope. Forget the stick. All
Okay.
good for now.
Okay. I'm
And
just using my rudders and my water rudder.
that's right.
Okay. So my water rudder, what do I do with it?
Well, the water rudders are your pedals. So that just deploys
Oh, okay.
the fins
Okay.
in the water, but
Okay.
they work off your pedals, so it's just like steering on the ground.
Okay, got you.
And I don't know if you remember yesterday we didn't use them, And just, yeah, give me a little right and left turn and how much more control you'll have.
Oh my gosh.
Over that.
That is a huge difference compared to no
The
water.
last time you're like, okay, I'm pushing left and nothing's happening, and then it's just a slow response.
Wow.
Okay, so this dock, you see the orange bus? We call it
Yes.
the aqua bus.
Yeah.
We're gonna be just beyond it,
Okay.
and we want to catch it on our side. So we want to come back into it kind of at a 45. So the right side will be touching first. Instead of straight on or kind of at this angle straight into it where the left side would touch, we wouldn't want that. So,
I'm gonna go straight, and then I'm gonna come around.
yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to be kind of on a base leg here, and you're going to overshoot base and turn a final and have a dog leg final to
Okay.
it. We can keep our headsets on for now,
Okay.
but we'll go ahead and unbuckle.
Unbuckle. And we're doing this so that when we get to the dock, somebody can jump out and tie us down.
That's right.
Man, this is a whole coordinated effort here. Okay, seatbelts.
All right, I'm going to pull your shoulder harnesses back. And just so we can communicate, we'll keep our headset on for a little bit longer. And then you can go ahead and kill your lights.
Okay. Lights are off.
All right. And we're going to, once we get on that kind of 45 back into it, we're going to go carburetor heat on and one mag.
Okay.
Then we're
Does it
gonna
matter
put
which mag?
Doesn't matter. no.
Okay.
It's calm winds, so we're going to float pretty good.
Okay.
So I'm going to say like 3 to 4 plane lengths. And then really we don't have to come in perpendicular. We can kind of drive it aside it, like we talked about on the table yesterday. And so there's no post. There's a couple ladders that are like waist high.
Yeah.
That should be fine. There's the diving board. So just like you're doing, we'll go around this buoy that's coming up on our left.
Yep. And then come back around.
And then come back around.
480 Lima, left downwind, runway 19.
All right.
I'm gonna get the rope ready.
Okay. All right, here we go. Left rudder.
And then I'm gonna take my headset off and get out on the pontoon.
Okay.
And then come to the right of that buoy.
To the right of it.
Yep. And then we'll go left, and then one mag and carburetor heat on.
All right. There we go. All right, we're just back here at idle.
Okay, kill it.
Kill it.
Mixture, kill it with mixture. Mags off, and then say it, yep, and then both avionics and master. Okay, mags are off, here we go. Alright, just a little bit.
Holy cow.
Perfect.